We awkwardly placed so
I
many of them.
I have a buyback in 30 seconds. Oh, we could have just killed the bottom racks.
Yep.
Fuck.
I killed the Crystal Maiden.
I have a buyback in 15 seconds.
I do in 30, but I'm not gonna use it.
They have a lot to worry about. I may not even have to use it.
The spirit moves me.
I think they're taking, yeah, they're taking Roche now.
They can more or less have Roche because Kyle will be able to backdoor the shit out of that.
I mean,
rack.
by them killing Roche, I think that it means that I don't have to buy back, which is basically giving me an agent.
Of course.
As long as you can just sit there and shove that wave, they can't even shoot 4 people or 5 people.
Kyle, you definitely show. Do you have buyback, Kyle?
You can push that. I'm up in 10 seconds.
Can you come back and like throw yourself at them? I don't want to buy back. Yeah.
I'm up
Actually,
in
just
4
kill
seconds.
the racks.
Kill the racks.
Kill the rack. They're not gonna megas us, but if you megas them, then they're killing the smacks. This is irrelevant.
They're out.
Okay, they might come kill you now. Yep, they're TPing right now.
They're porting.
Tango's TPing. Okay, they got nothing, so that's cool. And we're all alive with buybacks. I'm gonna
I don't
come
have
to you.
buyback.
I'm going towards bottom.
But I'm on my way. I'm gonna port to the shrine and then
Who
just
got
walk
the
over there.
Aegis? We do have to make sure we. Okay, Morphling got Aegis. Care mid. Yeah, they're going on bottom. They're interested.
Whack.
Pangolier is
Pangolier.
right here.
There's a
Get him! He's bad. Look how bad he is. You missed, Andrew. You failure. Hold on. Ah, fuck you, guy.
Tango.
Oh.
Tango.
Oh, never mind. My bad. That's on cooldown. I'm an idiot.
Give him.
No. We'll buy back the fucking DK. We got out. We got out.
Okay. Morphling had. Wait, what happened?
What? We got that Chronosphere was level 25 Chronosphere. It caught all of us.
Okay. I mean, might as well not wait. We have to do it.
Dangerous.
I'm gonna wait.
I'm up in 60.
Can't buy back for 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
I'm waiting for the big debate.
What? Oh, right now. All right, 1 sec.
Morphling is still
Yes.
in the base.
What's up, Dad? I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, we Gucci.
We've got pretty good chemistry.
The tactical phone call. They retreated.
No, they would have lost that
They
fight.
were-
No.
They were gonna have a super bad time. Oh, I have 2,000 gold. That's almost enough for a hyperstone.
True. You want to know what you could sell? All the items in your backpack.
That's true, but I don't really want the... I wanted the AC, but now I kind of want the Desolator instead.
We have, oh, never mind.
PA has a deso.
PA.
It is not useful.
Well, PA is there.
Getting a butterfly.
Oh, I can go get my... That doesn't really do super good, but I can go get my Silver Edge. I am gonna go up here. Actually, I'm gonna jump them.
Okay, YOLO. Aha, you got her! She's dead. Oh, we're dead. I'm dead.
That's okay.
Good
That's
game.
fucking... That's 3 people that are fucking having an extraordinarily bad time over here.
The Faceless Void killed me before the chrono ended. I have no buyback. You're alone. You are completely alone.
Fuck. What?
Quickly! Use Q! Got him. Alright. You're doing it.
No, I'm
You
down.
should be fine.
You
You should be
oh,
fine.
Here we go. Big plays, big
Huge.
plays, big plays,
Blade
big
mail!
plays.
Oh, yes! The timing! You guys are fighting them off a little bit, but
No,
Morphin is gonna kill
fucking
everybody.
Morphling's a cheater!
Alright, good luck.
Oh, you're over there.
Dragon form 10 seconds. Oh. BKB! Oh! Oh! The dream?
Oh, what the fuck?
They had a sentry in our base, but not outside of our base. You're doing it, Kyle. Oh. A valiant effort.
I pushed 3 of them out in the beginning, and I killed Morphling and Crystal Maiden. I had Ogre running away, so I thought like that was super in the bag. $418 PA, by the way. By the way.
I'll give it to the Pangolier.
Amazing. Alright, I'm going to go attend to my real life stuff. I'll be back.
Okay. It was a nice try.
It was close.
There's only one thing from Lee that I wish was in Dota, and that is the ability to teleport to a ward.
For what now?
The ability to teleport to a ward from a like using like Boots of Travel or something.
I think Underlord's ultimate used to let him target wards once upon a time.
Huh? Oh, I don't know.
How are your maps?
How are your maps, Exile?
Bio command.
Engines prime. All hands prepare for transition to thrust gravity. Docking sequence commencing. Undocked from jump ship. We're clear.
I would like to know why the fuck my mana flask doesn't work 90% of the time. Every other flask works except my mana flask.
I don't know. Reported as a bug?
We've entered orbit, Commander.
Try moving its position. Maybe it's my fucking keyboard.
Job's done, Commander.
It is not my keyboard, it's just the fucking flask.
Ready for orders.
New weapon systems available. New weapon systems available.
Wow, my first Exalt!
Oh, hey, I dropped that over there. I forgot to pick it back up. I'm gonna need you to hand that back to me.
Oh yeah, drops to map maker.
But the map didn't drop it. That was mine. I just forgot it there.
Doesn't matter. Drops to map maker. It hit the floor in my map.
Command interface initiated.
I may not have told you, but I reserved the Warglaves.
This place isn't so bad. Right?
Okay. How are you gonna get those on a druid?
Position confirmed.
I reserved them for my
I read
alt.
you, Commander. Moving out.
What class?
Location confirmed.
Rogue.
You mean to tell me you didn't even go Tauren Fury War to really piss people off?
No. I didn't.
Yes, Commander.
I should have answered Hunter.
Move order received. I got a sensor trace.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Yes, Commander. Yeah.
Waiting for orders.
At Ziri's Foible. Foible. What an interesting name for an item. Oops, I vendored Exalt.
Oops.
Oops.
What's up, boss?
Are primal incubators worth anything? Let's
What's
look.
that one give?
A talisman.
I don't think so. You can look on POB, or not POB, POE trade. If you can actually look on the currency site, and it has them
Copy
listed
that.
on there too.
3 Alks. 1C. 1C, 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 1C. Okay.
Yeah, most of them aren't worth much.
What can I do for you?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Engaging jump jets. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
I hear ya.
Who's grinding their life away in WoW Classic?
I wish I
You
was.
are.
I got to level 8 and then I went for a bike ride.
Disgusting.
Taking a break from WoW Classic. You should be riding your bike with your laptop on top of your bike.
That
Your
worked
bike
maybe,
should
but-
literally be powering your laptop.
Oh, that's a lot of watts. I can do like 200 watts
Targets. Taking
sustained
critical
for
hit.
a long time.
How do you know that?
Because there's ways to measure it. From a cycling computer. Or a trainer, rather. A smart trainer.
Is that the name of the app?
No, the app is named Zwift. But it wasn't an app.
Roger that.
Good to go.
Waiting for orders. Firing. All weapons. That one's gone.
Engaging jump jets. All weapons committed.
Waiting on you, Commander. Affirmative. Got it. Yeah, critical hit.
Orders? I copy.
Literally spamming my fucking mana flask and it's not working.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Is it just that mana flask? Another exalt? Oh my goodness.
Aye, aye.
Good to go.
I've
Here
lost
we
my escape
go.
key again.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Commander. One less target.
So leveling up Blasphemy just increases the AOE, right? Of the curse.
I think so. So for me, that's pretty good.
Or
For
does
you,
it
maybe
give
not so
curse
much.
effect?
But if you level it up and then quality it, that quality might do something nice.
Yeah, I think it might give curse effect.
Which is one of the best stats in the game.
I love the active mitigation skills for porcupines. It just feels good being able to push the button and then hit the porcupines, knowing that like you're gonna take no.
Yeah. I feel so tanky. Yeah. I was talking about vanilla with my friend who's the main person that I know in real life that wants to play vanilla. And I was like coming to the realization, like, why even log back into the beta? What's the fucking point? Unless I want to hit 15 in PvP, but like level 15 Warsong Gulch. Wow! Level 15 World PvP. Woo!
Still more fun than BFA.
True. I was really enjoying leveling. Like the worst part is just, you know, the sheer number of people. So I'm running in circles, just waiting for mobs to spawn, trying to compete for tags. It's just like it's just not compelling gameplay.
I can't wait for the rose-colored armor to come out and everybody to realize how fucking outdated that goddamn game is.
People were realizing.
Get mad, bitch!
No, you're not wrong, dude. The AV streams were so funny. People were getting so wrestled.
I know, dude. I can't wait for the salt on Reddit. I'm legitimately looking forward to it.
People were hating on AV. I can't wait for the hashtag no changes people to shut the fuck up and be like, okay, maybe a couple changes would be okay.
Yeah. That's really funny, Dexter.
I mean, like, I didn't play Classic. I have the most to gain from playing Classic. I leveled up in it, but I never played the end game. Like I've plenty to experience, more than anyone who played Classic. But goddamn, is some of the stuff in Classic just retarded?
Yeah, no, it's a really old game, and just things are dated in it.
Like all the hybrid specs they have one or two specs that completely blow, and not only that, they they're good in some niche areas, but you
Wrath
can't
of the Lich
respec
King is
because it
where I
costs too
started WoW
fucking
at,
much.
and it was fucking lit, dude. I love playing Wrath.
Dude, the fucking respec cost was absurd. So I remember being a druid and just like spending a whole month playing as Boomkin because I couldn't afford to respec back to fair, and not wanting to heal at all because I didn't want to have to just PvE or like outside of raids, like in PvP. Like, okay, I'm a healer. I can't.
You won't need to worry about that this time around. You actually know how to play the game. If you know what you're doing, you're at the upper tier of World of Warcraft player now. You will not have to worry about currency for any reason.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
obviously, when back in the day when, well, at least I sucked dick, so obviously I was poor. And if you're not, and back then, it was pretty rare for people to participate in endgame content.
I completely forgot, Dexter. You were like a top tier WoW player back in the day.
No,
Paladin for life.
Back in the day, like in the recent day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he didn't play WoW for shit.
Well, you didn't play BFA that much, did you? I don't really remember.
He played it more than me.
Yeah.
A little bit more than. I mean, I raided. I killed the mythic bosses until our guild stopped raiding again. And if I had joined a new guild, I probably would have played longer.
Yeah.
But
No, that makes
surrounded
sense.
by people who didn't really want to play anymore, and I mean, I was kind of
the only compelling content in World of Warcraft right now is mythic raiding.
Exactly.
It's the only compelling content, but it's so compelling. That alone is so compelling that if you're doing it, you will keep playing. That's how it goes. And then as soon as you detach from it for even a moment, you stop. You're like, okay, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, it's like the community aspect. You get that in mythic raiding. Like all these things that people talk about that Classic promotes, you get that at mythic raiding. But unfortunately, the past 2 expansions, Blizzard has made mythic raiding less worthwhile. Like all the rewards are less rare. You're not as powerful. Like in Mists of Pandaria, when you were still super powerful in in-game gear, I was a fucking god on like the Timeless Isle. I could 5v1 people. It was amazing. The power was there. And Classic has that power. Like people in tier 3 just shit on people that don't do in-game content. I want to be that person. That's all. I want to play mage. Like I'm only gonna play one of the top tier classes. I'm not gonna play some hybrid bullshit.
Command interface initiated.
And I think I'm gonna play mage and enjoy just shitting on people. But I don't know if I will be able to.
It's a good class to pick because you actually do have the ability to shit on people, both with your skill and with your.
Yeah, I want to play. I would like to play Hunter. Because
there you have the opportunity to shit on people with your skill.
Yeah, Hunter. Hunter, your gear is fucking irrelevant. It's all about whether you're retarded or not.
Yeah, Hunter can shit on people with its skill, but not with its gear. And then Mage can shit on people with both its skill and its gear. And then Warrior. Warrior's like
you have to have skill, but it's gear.
Yeah, it has like a skill floor, right? You have to at least be able to like push. You can't be completely retarded, but there's the skill ceiling is not very high when you compare it to something like Hunter or Mage.
100% not playing Paladin. I don't want to play any of the healing classes because down ranking is autism. downranking healing spells to deal with mana efficiency as autism. Like I can handle downranking spells as a mage for certain, like the level 1 frostbolt for the quick debuff.
Well, and you're not doing it just to conserve resources, although that is part of it. It genuinely has a lower cast time. That's like the huge.
Yeah, exactly. The 1.5 second cast time is why you do it.
Got it.
Oh, Dark Ray Vectors, by the way.
I want to live the vanilla in-game tier 3 dream, but it's so far away. Like the phasing is gonna take. I feel like it's gonna take a long time. But at the same time,
So that's why you just ride the train of playing with your friends and having a good time for the leveling process, which is gonna take us at least so like some people will level very quickly. They'll be done in a week. Kyle might be done in something between 7 and 10 days. I don't know exactly how long, but that's the fastest that I would anticipate anyone in our group leveling is 7 to 10 days. Because we work. Well, are you taking off work, Kyle?
I'm taking a week off.
Okay, so probably like a week, maybe. That's what I would. If you level up fast to 60 faster than a week, I would be like mind blown.
Yeah, that's only if I.
But that's like the assuming if you can manage a week, that's like, oh my god, like that's
mage AOE grinding the whole time basically.
Well, I mean, you can do it. He's a hunter too, so it's not like he doesn't have the capacity, but it certainly would be like I get basically a week is the fastest I imagine Kyle leveling up, and that would be
I figure
and no one is going to level faster than that. Nobody in our group will level faster than that, like 100%. So
I probably won't get 60 in that week. I plan to get at least 55.
Yeah,
preferably 58.
That's why I said 7 to 10 days, because I feel like by the 10-day mark is pretty, like, you can do it without having to literally just sit there and shit your pants while you play the game if you do 10 days. So, but the rest of us, I don't think that I will hit level 60 for at least 3 weeks. I at least 3 weeks is my guess, if not more time than that. And then certainly there will be other players in our group who are going to take way longer than that. Yeah. I mean, playing the game casually, like, a lot of people won't even hit 60 because in the surge of playtime that we have at the beginning of its release, people are just going to get to like level 40, maybe.
Yeah.
That'll be it. Like, it's going to
I think that people are going to play this game hard for about 2 to 4 weeks, and there's going to be a massive difference.
In our group, for sure. Oh, yeah. Well, that's always how it is. But in our group, I completely agree that there will be... By the end of the first month, you'll know exactly who's going to keep playing the game. But we'll have to see how it works out there. But it just is... The leveling process is very long. And the reason I brought that up is because just enjoy leveling and playing with your friends for the first phase. That's really... most of what there is to do, right? Like, the vast majority of your gameplay experience is going to be like, you know, community building / participating in the extremely limited available content. If you get to endgame, there will be very limited available endgame content. And most of what phase 1 is about is letting people level the characters that they want to level, and then the endgame content will start to release.
Leveling fast for me is the only thing that achieves is finding other people who have the same amount of time to commit to the game and are taking it with the same mindset, and like finding a guild or finding more tryhards.
It also makes it so that you don't have to worry about gold for the entire rest of Classic.
Yeah, you can take advantage of the time to accumulate resources of various sorts. And then you can come back, assuming you exhaust whatever you'd like to do, or exhaust the content, you can just go and chill until the next content.
And it's going to take forever to gear. The drops are so few and far between, like, raid gearing is going to take forever.
Yeah, what usually happens is about 70% of the raid will just raid log every week.
Yeah, and at the beginning, there isn't going to be. I mean, what do we got? MC? Do we even have MC with phase?
MC and
Yeah,
Ani.
you get a Nixia.
Okay, we get MC and Ani with phase 1. So you're talking about like, once guilds get going, that content will take them like 2 hours.
No. Once guilds get going, you can do it in 45 minutes. Speed
Oh,
runs
well,
are like
I'm saying like the first 2 hours cumulative time to do both.
It takes me
So,
like
like,
30 minutes just to fucking walk through it on
getting
my...
people between forming the raid, getting everyone together, and then like getting everyone to like starting the raid, then moving to the next raid, then finishing. A good guild probably doing that in about 2 hours at the beginning and during phase 1. That's what I would imagine. So like, this is assuming you don't have the the gear from the future raids.
Did they patch today?
So people will raid log for a couple hours. They'll take a shot at their gear or whatever, try and get some gear, and then once the PvP reward system is fully released, you'll start seeing people like online 20 hours a day again.
Good to go.
I do not remember what phase we get the honor reward system.
Phase 3.
I thought it was phase 2.
Nope. Well, phase 2, the honor system is implemented. Phase 3 is when we get battlegrounds, so that's really when you get the honor system. Because realistically, there's not enough world PvP to actually rank up hard.
Maybe on like streamer servers or something, you could have used the fact that they're gonna be like daily massive PvP things going on.
Orders?
Well, I
Why
mean,
does phase 2? Phase 2. Why does phase 2 even exist?
Locked
because
on for
Dire
physical
Maul
attack.
Yeah,
makes
because they
MC trivial, even more trivial than it already is.
Yeah,
many
Dire
people
Maul.
can
The
go
Dire
with
Maul
it?
patch is basically like preparation for the next raid. If that makes sense. Like it gives you access to a lot of shit. Well, first things first, you get extra dungeon content, right? Which is cool. And Dire Maul, when it was originally released, was a very large scale dungeon system. It was that warranted its own content release. But it also allowed a lot of players who didn't raid MC for a long period of time to get their gear, and especially since back then everyone was sucked so much dick, and like hitting level 60 before Dire Maul was released was like, not all that common. So people just hitting 60 towards the time this patch released needed ways to like gear up, and well, then the next raid was coming, and you can gear for the next raid without ever going into Molten Core. Is it what a Blackwing layer, right?
Yeah.
That's the release.
BWL is phase 3.
Yeah.
You do. I mean,
Good to
you're
go.
going to be getting carried basically if you haven't done MC.
Yeah, but you're not completely valueless.
No, you'll have some good pieces, but you can't. There's no full catch-up mechanics.
Yeah.
You can get a couple pieces that are like MC level, but the majority of your gear you're still gonna have to raid to get.
Yeah, it makes it easier to get your like hit cap and shit like that.
Yeah.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Phase 3 is gonna be lit.
Yep.
We'll see how long it takes for them to
Got it. Max speed.
release
no shooting.
BGs, because honestly, like they're basically releasing BG. They're, in the fucking classic beta, they're releasing all of the battlegrounds, and
Well, it's because they're testing them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's clear that the battlegrounds are pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long it takes before they actually push out Warsong Gulch at the very least.
I feel like, some of the stuff, the PvP stuff being held back is like I understand from the gear point of view, but it's like what do we fucking do? We go fucking slam each other in the face at Crossroads and South Shore and
No,
shit
yeah,
like that.
you fight over things like the Gurubashi Arena, and you go and you kill people out.
You sit inside Blackrock Mountain. It's what everyone else did, for the most part. Everyone
Oh, I
does the South
understand
Shore
that,
versus
but at
Torrent,
that
yeah,
point,
but-
it's like, yeah, there's shit to do in the world at that point, but early on, it's like PvPing just because there's nothing to do.
Well, that's just it. It's not that there's always something
Roger that.
that needs to be done.
People will spend again. Phase 1 is going to be spent leveling, you know, accumulating random level 60 dungeon gear, leveling your professions. There's so much time you can put into the game. Like the thing Classic did better than any other World of Warcraft. Well, okay, the thing that Classic and Burning Crusade, because really they're like Burning Crusade barely changed anything about Classic, about the game itself, right?
They added flying.
Yeah, that was the. Let's assuming you don't include that.
Assuming we ignore flying, no, I love Burning Crusade just as much.
Yeah, the game is essentially the same, right? Very little about the game has actually changed. They haven't changed like any of the mechanical processes in the game. They've added some skills in DC and some extra content, and that's really it. But the thing that Classic and Burning Crusade did better than any other World of Warcraft was having the game be an RPG. So like, enjoy yourself. Phase 1 is literally all RPG. That's what it is. It's like the world building phase of an anime. You go, you meet all of your people, you introduce all of your characters, right? Then you explore the world, you get yourself ready to go out and conquer. Then come all of your content release phases where, you know, you actually have to
You betcha.
where you will go and you will fight all your big battles.
I don't know. I'm excited for Phase 2. Phase 2, I get to just skyrocket in money.
Yes, Mr. Hunter.
I mean, mages get to, priests get to. Hunters, mages, and priests just get a fuck ton of money once patch or Phase 2 drops.
And there's more.
They should have no mounts, no ground mounts, or they should have kept epic mounts for like Phase 2.
Why?
Why not gate the content? Make it take longer.
I mean, your epic mount isn't available until you've completed the content anyway, or completed the leveling process.
Schedule like it was when it came.
You don't have to worry about it making the content. Well, your epic mount doesn't extend, like, whether you have it or not doesn't extend the content. Like I mean, I guess you might be able to like gather faster if you have an epic mount, but like, you know, you've already gone through the entirety of the leveling process. You've hit level 60, right?
I'd say it's going to be, in my opinion, I would say there will be a very large chunk of people that won't even have their epic mount by Phase 3.
Yeah, no way.
Maybe even Phase 4.
No way.
Phase 4, another kind of boring phase.
I don't know which one's
AV and ZG? Or AB and ZG, yeah.
Arathi Basin is my favorite battleground, and Zul'Gurub is my favorite vanilla raid.
ZG? Wait, you're playing a mage and you're not excited for ZG?
Zandalari Hero Charm, dude.
You get like the best in-slot trinket for till Nax, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's just filler till Nax.
Well, but ZG is sick.
AQ?
Yeah, and I'd rather have ZG and AQ at the same time, honestly.
Ooh, but that's tough because AQ includes a 20-man, so...
I know, it's all good. I think
no. ZG is... Okay, that content phase will be awesome for me. I love that content.
I really like ZG. When ZG came back out in Kata, I was so fucking happy.
Yeah,
because I hadn't gotten to do it.
I really like ZG. It's either my favorite or tied for favorite content in vanilla. And AB is my favorite battleground in World of Warcraft since its
I hear
release
ya.
up until now. So I am super happy for that one.
As far as vanilla battlegrounds go, it's my least favorite, but the 3 vanilla battlegrounds are my 3 favorite battlegrounds in the game.
Yeah.
I like AB, then I like Warsong Gulch, and then my third favorite BG is probably Eye of the Storm. But I do not like Alterac Valley. I hate Alterac
Dude,
Valley.
I
It's one of my least.
love Alterac Valley.
I liked Alterac Valley because I was a druid, so either I would stealth around and just be an idiot, and like stealth and sit there with snowballs during the winter, during December, or I would just fuck around because I had no gear. Or I'd go boomkin and sit in the back and just pound people, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I was an Alliance Hunter. I could stand on the bridge with 2 other hunters and hold the entire Horde team back. It was
See, that's why I'm like, yeah, mage. That's what I don't want to play warrior.
You see,
of
I played Horde.
I see why you hate AV.
Yeah. Yeah. I was Alliance, so AV was alright.
Reporting.
But that meant we lost the other ones. Like Alliance won AV, and that was it. We lost the other ones 80% of the time.
Not on my server.
Okay, well, the part of the reason for that though is because Horde has a very heavy, unorganized, balanced favor in PvP. So, like when your group's when your group is unorganized, when you're talking about unorganized, smaller scale skirmish PvP, the Horde has a very large advantage because the racials are just better. But the but that imbalance in Horde favor goes away and is then Alliance favored as soon as they become organized, or when they become large enough scale. Because Paladin's power level as a class is so unbelievably high in organized PvP. But in like just generic battleground pubs, things like Will of the Forsaken and War Stomp are gonna be and Orc Stun Resist are gonna be way stronger than what the Alliance have going.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Mission successful.
My real life.
It makes sense because the Horde you would think of as being a bunch of disorganized, very skilled fighters, or like rambunctious, crazy berserkers, and then the Alliance is something that you would imagine to be a lot more organized, right? And the strength of those two things is very, very like you can just imagine the Horde as being this like disorganized horde of dudes and being strong when they're in skirmishes, but then Alliance is, if you think of them as like an organized unit, and if they manage to be organized, then they're stronger.
Do you think each of these phases will have the same length, or do you think it'll be like phase 1?
No. I do
phase
not
1,
suspect
or
they will.
the main raid phases will last longer, and then like phase 2 and phase 4 won't last as long.
I couldn't tell you for sure, but I would strongly suspect that the phases are not the same length of. I think
phase
certain
1
phases will be rushed out.
Launch. Phase 2 only has World Boss's entire mall in it, but phase 3 has Blackwing Lair and the PvP stuff. Phase 2 you do get PvP rank reward. I'm looking forward to the world PvP in phase 2, as although world PvP isn't that engaging. I don't think it would be fun as a mage, but like watching the mage bomb groups where they're like they have 5 mages all coordinated and like, all right, everyone blink in right now. Just everyone blinks in at the same time and blows everyone up. They're pretty good at that. Be right
Yeah,
back.
the effect that one person can have is pretty insane.
Confirmed, Commander.
Commander?
Training complete.
Waiting for orders.
Mech warrior training complete.
Don't you love getting
Ready for orders.
Templar and Maraketh in a fucking single pillar? Am I talking to myself?
I only kind of understand what you're talking about.
Okay, I was just curious if there was anyone else here. I didn't remember who went AFK. I had something immensely satisfying happen in my Path of Exiles.
I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, I'll be back in a few. I gotta get the wife in bed, make coffee for tomorrow.
Okay.
Chimera is the worst.
What's the worst?
The Chimera fight.
Oh, just because of the go down phase?
The phases are really annoying. Gotta fight the mobs. I keep one-shotting the go down. The smoke phase, that is. That phase is a pretty good test of whether or not my build's too shitty or not. If I just get like 2-shot in that phase.
And I'm back.
Feels super good, man, when you get a pillar where you touch a monolith and it's Marraketh versus Temple. You just run around. You feel like, I mean, let's just imagine you're cycloning, but you're cycloning inside of a candy store.
Yep.
Everything you touch around you just bursts into sweet, sweet goodness.
Arcanus. Come on, Chancellor. It turned
Get
in
that
blue and I got
UV.
4 additional items.
Okay, I have 5 passive points. When I level up one more time, I'll have 6 passive points and I can respec 1. And I can then use the 7 to go and get every single claw node that I need, which means that as soon as I level up, I need to go buy claws.
You gonna buy just some rare claws or other unique ones you're looking to?
Honestly, I have no fucking idea. The only unique claw I have ever used is Touch of Anguish, and that's because I use it to play Frostblades all the time.
You could look for. Are you poison? Or
Oh no.
I mean, you could look at Mortem Morsu. Can't remember what that does.
Oh,
I'll take a look.
wasp nest.
Or yeah, the wasp nest would be, I think, probably the way to go.
No idea what that is.
Alright, easy. Man, I wish I had moderator privileges so I could just make you do that.
I know. I also wish other people could have mod privileges, but the last time that happened, there ended up being a bot that spammed shit all over my channel. Pissed everybody off.
Lovely gay porn.
Blood Bowl 2 is attempting to launch with the optional parameters shown, minus security. If you did not request this launch or do not understand these options, select cancel. What's the fucking deal?
I don't know.
Let's try this again. Let's try this again.
Okay.
I think this time it's gonna work.
Okay.
How many times do I have to hit the enter key?
I don't know. Is it like try clicking it and then hitting it?
There it goes.
Little bit of blood stuck in my throat. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, where's the lobby?
Let's send you another.
Yeah, you better send me another invite.
One sec. Let's look. I need to look at something.
Go ahead.
Alright, so you took dodge on the runner.
Yes.
Not bad.
Did you know the Spike Magazine trophy was forged in hellfire, deep beneath the blighted ziggurat of Tsar Nagrund? Many slaves died to create it, but then it was the lowest bid.
That's all I wanted to look at was what you chose for a skill if you had already.
If you want to re-watch the last match to analyze your play, or, you know, you just want to see a player's head knocked off.
Alright, I sent you another invite. So go ahead and select your Dark Elf. Oh boy, did I go the wrong way. Makes me roll through all of these motherfuckers. Alright, so you don't have any inducements.
Sure
So
don't.
basically, there's the difference in team value, right? Like you have 20,000 more points than me. So that gives me 20,000 petty cash to spend. 20,000 is not enough to buy anything.
Well,
But you can spend your own money in a game, like the 30,000 you have, and 20,000 petty cash to get extra stuff. I don't ever recommend spending your own money unless you just think that this is going to be a fucking impossibly hard matchup and you want that wizard. Or you want that star player. You think they're going to kill you, so you're going to buy that second Appo.
It's time to put all that training and knowledge to the test. May Nuffle bless your blocking
And this week
dice.
you are practicing against dwarfs. Because that is what you are playing against. You're playing against Clifford's dwarf.
I already played against it, and I lost.
Welcome back,
Ah,
Jim Johnson and Bob Biffin.
and you went straight into that.
Yes.
Nice stadium.
I managed to sneak a fucking touchdown from him, but...
I assume he probably caged up and pushed down the field.
He, in fact, caged up and pushed down the field.
So dealing with cages is something you're going to have to learn how to deal with. And the way we deal with it as elf players is we put shit in front of it so they can't move forward more than in a square, and then we kick one of the sideline, like one of the edge posts, and just keep doing that as much as we can.
Dwarf teams, they're not the best throwers by a long shot, but an unsubtle use of brute force and a love of illegal weapons make them a team to be feared.
So Blood Bowl is filled with a bunch of teams that you've got people like you and me that are dodgers, and then we've got people that are smashers like Chaos. You don't want either of those default line setups. You will basically want to put your 3 linemen on the line. Oh yeah, did you have any injuries?
I might have. I'm pretty sure I took an injury every time he fucking hit me.
It doesn't look like you lost anybody, and I don't see any permanent injuries. So all you got was a bunch of badly hurt. Alright, and now move that other, center out that one lineman. You can put all 3 of them like that. You want to swap the blitzer for the lineman so your blitzer doesn't take it. Because basically I get 4 blocks at the beginning of any offense. So move your assassins back. So you got that line where you got the Witch Elf and the Blitzer, right? Move that Blitzer back. I'm sure you a very default setup. Not that. Move the Blitzer. You're going to put everything in the middle of the field for a defensive setup. Which means you put the Blitzer over beside your Witch Elf, about 1 away. Same line, but 1 away. 1 row forward, 2 to your left.
Bit of a lull. What are you up to, Bob?
Thinking about what to have for lunch.
Alright.
Roast
Damn
beef
it, man.
heart or baked halfling leg.
2 runners, 1 with dodge. Let's go ahead and move your assassins back near your Blitzer. And we're going to move your linemen up near your Witch Elf. So it makes your units harder to touch in the back, right? Because assassins are a pretty key piece for this setup that you got going and everything. And elves are a lot faster than dwarves, who have like a movement allowance of 4s and 5s. They're slow as fuck. I guess this isn't too bad. Everybody's out of range besides Witch Elves and linemen. Seems fun. You can get away with that.
I've played on this pitch before, Jim. Oh, we lost, if I remember right. Lost the ball, at any rate.
God, I really
Couldn't
don't like
find
these
it under
friends
a big
pieces,
pile of corpses.
but whatever.
I gotta admit, I was a little grumpy that day.
Alright. And so this gives me a good chance of making multiple.
Weather's fine, so I'm not going to talk about it again.
Very average kick.
This is going to be decisive. Just like the story guys are here. This bear keeps on going and going and going.
That player's shuffling off the field.
And that would be why we put the line elves up front. So with that setup, I cannot blitz and reach the witch elf without a GF5. All pals, all the time. And that'll tie up that one line.
Here's a rare event, Jump. The dwarves have taken an interest in the ball.
Yes, the only strategies the dwarves really have is caging up and slowly moving. So now, what you look for in movement is we're going to move everything forward and blitz one of these long beard assholes. Preferably with one of your blitzers.
I only have one blitzer.
Alright, preferably with your blitz. So they have strength 3, meaning we'll want to give 1 assist on the. Don't worry about dodging those line elves out. We actually just want to make it hard for him to hit them, right? Because the one line elf will cancel all the assists besides the one in front of him. So, what we're going to do is move the witch elf like forward and have it tag one of the long beards, and it'll assist the guy behind it. That it is behind it.
Safety in numbers.
Alright, so that works.
The attacker has an assist.
We'll push him off, and we won't follow this up. Alright, now you can move that blitzer somewhere else in any of those squares. So you can move it over by the witch elf. You can probably be pretty safe leaving it there. It's not bad. That knockdown lineman we have on the sideline is like the last guy you want to move because he's got 2 dodges to get away, right? Alright, sorry. Let's move the assassin forward to back up the lion elf that he is over beside.
You wearing perfume, Jim?
No, it's a scent. Very different from
Just like
perfume,
that.
Bob. Do you like it? It's called Rotting Cadaver by Tommy Hilfiger.
So your runners are your most important piece because they're how you score in a game. they are only going to be used for assist. We're not going to want to throw a lot of blocks with them unless we're required to. Let's go ahead and move the assassin up near there. That or the space next to it. So it'd be on the diagonal that long dude. Dwarfs cannot dodge away for shit. Their dodge is pretty much
Smell
stuck.
your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Alright, and then in the back of all of your elves, we want to plug the runner. That way they are covered, but are maybe in some way giving an assist. See, that is a risky spot, because I can blitz that pretty easily. So go ahead and move him around the other side of that blitzer wall. One more forward. No, I can't. So yeah, that guy is safe, and that guy is on the weaker line of my.
Damn.
Dodge him. What?
I ran out of time.
Hey, Jim. How many halflings does it take to change a candle in a lantern?
Well, they're very short, so maybe quite a few.
My experience, it takes 6 to change the candle. 5 for me to eat. Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight. Hey.
So basically, we have a couple 2 dice, and then a blitz. And if the 2 dice don't go well, they turn into 1 dice, and I have a chance of knocking my ass on it.
Unity is strength.
Yeah, that would be the definition of not going well. Because frenzy requires me to do that. Alright. Yep, that's frenzy trapping. This is something I accept happens. Alright. That's a better reroll. So basically, whenever the dice are red, you choose the outcome instead of me choosing the outcome.
Players arrive to assist their teammates. This player likes to be well assisted in a fight. Oh, he's going to get intimate with the fans.
Alright, so this is what's known as a loose cage. It's still it's still just as awkward for you and everything. interesting. You got a weird animation after that. Alright, so from here, first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna take your blitzer, set him to blitz. We might just have him knocked out and hold there. So, let's go ahead and have your blitzer hit the troll beard, the troll slayer, because he's got a 2-die, and even on a push, you knock units free. Because everybody's so clumped up. Alright, take your power. You're gonna push it into the square with the dwarf, because it'll serve him back and tie 3 players. And then diagonal again. So he's farthest amount away. There's a stun on him. Alright, we're gonna leave that blitzer there. And everybody else wants to dodge over in front of the ball. So, units that you want to assist on the blitz will be in base-to-base contact. Everybody else is going to be 1 square backwards, so they're not getting blocked. Do your dodges last, so we want to move the witch elf first. Let's move that lineman forward and have him assist with the blitz. So the blitz will be on this long beard. Oh, never mind. I was reading the wrong thing. Yeah. We'll leave that lineman there in that case. So now we start taking our dodges, right? We'll start with the guys that are standing up. And so we need somebody to touch this long beard that's out on his own. So we'll then dodge towards you and out around your blitzer. Alright. Now run him down and around and put him right there.
Just what are you doing, Chip?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Bobby. It caught me polishing my teeth.
Why are you polishing your fangs, Chip?
Since we are now zapped across the old world in high destiny, cabal vision, the viewers can see everything, so I need to look my best.
Move right next to a teammate.
Alright, you see this long beard? Huh. So, let's move the lineman forward onto the outer part of the cage, the other long beard that you don't have blocked right now. Right there.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever. I
Now
saw
we're gonna
one.
take this assassin, assign him to Blitz, and just have him run up and block that long beard. There we go. You've got a 2 die on the long beard. And you knock him over. Good. Just knock him over and don't follow. That way we're not giving away any additional blocks. And we're making movement weird for the cage. And that'll be all you do for the turn. So even the guys that are in base-to-base contact are red dice. And anybody else is a, what is it? Everybody who wants to blitz needs an assist to get a 1 die. Some of them more than that. So I push the cage 1 forward.
This formation gives them a safe progression. It's gonna be hard to make them lose the ball.
So one part about dwarfs that is rough is they automatically have tackle. Tackle turns off your dodge skill whenever you're dodging around them.
Mm-hmm.
So your dodges are just your normal dodge. They don't function as well.
This player will not get rid of his opponent as
So,
easily as that.
in this case, you do not want to use shadowing a lot. Unless someone's trying to dodge away from you. That's what shadow is. Luckily, I can't do too much to fuck with that guy. He is just in. Let's see if I can not fall on that.
Twinkle toes
Attack that guy's friend.
Not a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch.
Most of
If the
everything
player
there.
gets pushed into the crowd, well, last time that happened, it took 3 days to piece the body back together.
So, let's do some things. First off, let's stand up that lineman that's right in the middle of the board. Well, right in the middle of all my boards. He's probably going to take another hit. We've got a lineman out over on the ground laying down. Let's move him over there. About as close as we can get. I guess tagging the Troll Slayer isn't bad. Because if he's gonna blitz with the Troll Slayer right there, he's gonna blitz into the line. And those are both 1 die, so that Troll Slayer doesn't move in the next turn. Things we do want to do are fucking take your blitzer and who does he want to hit? Pretty much none of these guys. Let's take your assassin and try and stab that long beard. Not that assassin, the other one you have. The one that is just base to base naturally. And it's to roll a 6. And it worked. Cool. Very
This
easy.
team must like worms or something.
Now this lineman that you have beside the assassin is going to move into base-to-base contact with the ball carrier. I guess it's probably just behind the cage, touching that wall, right?
Sure.
The spot that says -2.
I don't see it.
You click your lineman. Do you not see all the like little neg ones and neg
Oh,
2s
yeah,
on
I
the
see the
ground?
numbers there.
Yeah, you want the -2 that is behind the cage, because he will cancel all assists at that point. So we've got a stab. Check and see what your stab your stab rates are. Pretty sure they're all 17.
They are all 17.
Okay. Where you get your stab rate is the armor of the opponents. So dwarves have pretty high armor. They're meant to take a beating.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice. So stab is probably going to be the last action we do. Let's take our blitzer and set him to blitz. Looks like their blitzer. So the guy right beside the ball. Fuck.
Sorry, he's dead, Jim. But
Oh,
not
you're
as
out of rerolls already. Fuck me.
I never had a reroll.
Yeah, if I could have advised you, I definitely would have given you a reroll.
I mean, the same thing happened yesterday when I played this as well. At the end of this, you can take a look and you'll see that the number of ones that I roll over the course of a game is pretty exciting.
Well, that one was like, what, a 30% chance? So it had to have been a 5 or 6.
I still rolled a 1.
Yep.
Gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
At least I don't need to move the cage forward this turn. So the objective with stopping cages is they're slow, right? They don't move very much. So you're attempting to stall them out of turns with minimal losses usually.
Except I've already lost, what, 4 players now?
You've lost guaranteedly 2. If I score, you probably get all of those, if not all but 1.
Well, one of them is permanently dead, so...
This is a friendly thing, so you don't have to worry about that stuff.
Well, he's still dead for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, 2 of your guys are.
The carrier himself blocks. That's really risky.
Well done. Help the ball carrier.
Yeah, had I realized that it was going to be a 30% chance to dodge, I would not have had to make that block. We would have just made one the outer one.
Would have rolled a 1 on the outer one, too.
Dangerous place to be.
Well, you wouldn't have had to dodge. This may just be a rough matchup for you.
I mean, this is about how the last match that I played against the dwarves went. Most of my team ended up stunned or knocked out within the first 2 turns, and then after that he set his cage in the bottom left corner and then just waited.
Yep. That is always very awkward when people do that. It's just stalling turns. And, like, you kind of let them stall, but you try and get them to trip, like, in the last couple turns. Yeah, swing your assassin around the back.
Than an inflated squig.
Oh, that's good. That's rough. Push him diagonally.
That's it. Aim for the ball carrier. Take them down.
What'd you pick that one for?
Because getting pushed into the sideline doesn't help. Now move her over into those 2 guys. It's probably about the best you're gonna get. Moving along the sideline, you're just gonna trip. And at least this way you give me a block I can fuck up. So you want to move diagonally into those 2 guys. Well, not right there. You can move on diagonals very easy.
What's wrong with this spot as opposed to the other one?
It makes it easier to touch you. I guess it doesn't make it any easier to touch you.
This one only gives you 1 block if I leave her here.
It does give a chance at 1 block, yeah. Except that one of those guys is canceled out, so like you weren't getting an assist and one of them was negative. I guess they're both 1 back. Alright, let's take your lineman and put him in like one of the shitty spots along the dwarfs that are all in a straight line. Because this forces me to make another block to even have a chance to move, right? And it basically makes me roll more dice.
That's it.
And then we will put that assassin. Where are we putting him? Probably right. This is the best block I have.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt.
Look what she does go down. Because every fucking dwarf has block.
Come on, guys, together. The attacker has an assist. This could be fun, especially if the ball holder goes down.
Can the player force possession away from the ball holder? Oh dear. Someone's getting fired in the
See if we
morning.
can pick up the ball. Alright, we can pick up.
Wow.
That's Blood Bowl for you. This is why rerolls are important. That is a very risky bet.
That player better get up. Nothing good comes from spending any time on the ground in this game.
Turnover.
On the edge of the field there, within grasping range of the fans. And that looks painful.
And on fouling, the more guys you can have around to help you, the better it is. And you cannot get above 83%. So.
Player down and surrounded by the opposing.
Cool. So, in this setup, with 4 elves that are all on the ground, I would score next turn. And we'd go into like your KOs and stuff. Let's try a different strategy for you. So I'll reset the teams and we're gonna try something. And work on what you do if you get the ball first and everything. No, we'll try this again.
So who else is playing dwarves?
Devo.
Okay.
Were Parstone X3 sponsoring the sport when you were playing, Bob?
Well, polishing cream manufacturer? No. I got no idea where these guys came from.
Are you ready to play?
Good day, sports fans.
The teams going into this game are well matched. Expecting a close.
And if I sort of skip the inducement.
There you go, using words like expecting.
Alright. So I've set this one up to where we both have a wizard. That way we can test that inducement. I can teach you about that if that ever comes up. Okay. So I've got the ball again. Let's plug your linemen just like before. So all 3 on the line. And everybody else moved back.
Tonight's game features the dwarfs. Short psychopaths with a deep love of gold, violence, and facial hair. To beat a dwarf team, you'll need to get a few early touchdowns in, and then deny them possession and bodies to hit.
Alright, so you did save that setup. That's good. Alright, so you get to set up another form. You get to set up defense again, basically. So let's go ahead and take all your linemen and shift them over to the corner. One over. Like that. That makes the 2 guys that are left alone just kind of stuck, right? We're going to take the other line elf and move him there, but 1 forward. And he stops people from dodging through, but he'll eat a block. So that's the trade. You can move all your key players up one if you really want. Go ahead and move your runners up as well. Cool. And that's an okay defense for shifting.
Do you miss the old days of playing in the NAF, Bob?
Not really, Jim. A lot more rules in them days. You couldn't just walk into the crowd on a murderous rampage. No, you had to ask permission, fill out a form, triplicate.
Failure that could cost his team dear.
Oh, okay.
Wow, what the fuck?
Dwarfs don't catch well. And since I already took a reroll on the pickup, yeah, that happens, right? So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take that lineman, we're gonna attempt to pick up the ball.
Forget the ball. Just try dishing out a few whacks.
Oh, motherfucker. Nothing happens in either of our turns.
What do you
So.
sleep
I certainly was, Jim.
Fumble the ball everywhere. Fuck these sure hands. Alright, now dodge him away.
If the player is
Move him towards the rest of your guys.
And in general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
You want to move him closer than that. Oh, wow, you can't. So let's throw it to the wood shelf instead of the runner.
We're passing the ball back.
It's a little bit better of a pass chance. Motherfucker. We're both just going to fumble the ball around. But I can't touch it this turn. So all I can do is take it. And hopefully, you hope that this doesn't open up your shit. And then I hope that it does.
So how do I know how far you can move?
If you click my players, you can see the giant white blob.
Oh, that's neat.
Come on, guys. Together. He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt.
Alright, let's see if I can fail this pickup plus again.
You gotta
Nope,
encourage
I
the
do
poor
not.
thing. It's not often he exceeds in such an action.
Alright, so for you opening up this turn, we leave everybody on the ground. Let's dodge away the witch elf and go blitz the guy who has the ball. Because you have frenzy and you can push him off the field. And you have assist, so go ahead and take your push and push him into the sideline.
Good defensive block.
And now he gets pushed off the field.
And into the crowd they go.
Now something awkward happens. The ball ended up off the pitch, which is just going to fling it into play. Doesn't really ever tell you where it's going to go. Okay. Does that. Let's move things before we attempt that move, right? Like, let's take your runner that's over beside the witch elf and move him into the backfield. Not through there. We'll run him along the sideline. Almost. You just don't want any GFIs, so back there. Now let's move all of your guys in the back. Your key players, move them far enough, like, start moving them into the backfield. That's a good spot to put that assassin, actually. It will help against your Witch Elf Knight. So let's take that lineman that you had clicked earlier and have him try and pick up the ball. Nope, he goes to that. Only roll a 2 and we needed a 3. So basically, you've only given me a block and a foul. And fouls are risky because I can get sent off for that shit.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good. A loose ball is a dangerous ball. Goody.
Oh, this is not a push, so she's not getting served. Needs the power, it's just as bad. So I don't have anybody good to pick up the ball.
Not what you'd expect. This is
Nope, that
That
didn't
was
work.
very close.
If you're gonna put that line elf somewhere, put him to where he's helping to pick up the ball, or canceling some of those assist pickups. So you dodge him over, and then you dodge him into the corner, and he'd take a hit for you, but he'd cancel three negs, right?
Corner.
So right beside the ball, but touching 3 dwarfs. So the place that is forward and diagonal. You don't want to go straight there. You want to dodge out and then go into that. So you take a 2+ instead of a 4+ there and there. Cool.
They'll need to scoop up that ball and quickly.
Let's stand up the lineman that is in between the two dwarfs, because he'll cancel the other neg. And now we take the one behind him and have him dodge out and try and pick up the ball. That's rough. Alright. Still 33% chance to pick up. Why is that happening? I don't know. Blah. That was scary. But
Loose ball is a dangerous ball. The player needs to secure it fast.
let's look at this. Still incredibly low chance to pick up. So, first things first, let's take your assassin that's over there and have him try and stab that fucking troll slayer. Oh, that's not the one I was talking about. But yeah, we can take that.
Very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Alright, that one worked.
How are they going to catch or run with a ball if they're constantly
Now let's take your other assassin and stab the troll slayer. That one works as well. Good.
Oh no, my mistake.
So now we can jump up and have the witch elf move. If you want to do that with the witch elf, that's fine. Holy shit, she made it. Alright, cool. So, nope. Well, I guess that's not the worst case. Either one of those is fine. You'll just run away with the ball, but it's a low chance. And what's your pass chance? I can't. Oh, you have to roll a 6 to get a pass chance. You don't want that. So let's click one of the other two and see what the pass chance is. Alright, so still incredibly low pass chance. Let's go ahead and have... Man, those are some risky GFIs. That's fine.
Players surround.
Have her go one more GFI over near that door. There you go. Now pass it. Not nearly as bad. You can take that. Either one.
They pass the ball, but will it be a completion?
Okay, attempt to intercept. We fail the pass. The ball is still stalled,
Senseless violence.
and I cannot touch it well. It helps if I don't roll so many fucking pals while I'm teaching you this.
I mean, this happens every game I play.
Just an asshole of pals.
Gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich. That's it. Force them back and then pow! assist now. Listen.
You awake?
This player likes to be
Yes.
well assisted in a fight.
You gonna play
You
that?
just walk into my room and look at that.
I don't just barge in there.
You do that all the time. Talking about.
You two fighting like you're married.
And look at you, living like you are.
Oh, would you look at that? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players down.
Yeah.
Right?
Justin, why are we not playing our game?
Because I'm teaching Andrew. Alright.
Let me know when you get done with that.
Fine. So, here we go. Let's have the witch elf pick up the ball. That doesn't work. Motherfucker.
Indeed.
This is my drive, and you are stalling out turns.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got the tackle on it. It's fucking annoying. So your dodge doesn't go off.
Spirited stunting gets got the ball.
Amazing. Another pal?
Another? Alright. So your fucking chances here. Alright, now we've got wizards. And wizards introduce a new element. So up in your top corner, you've got a book that says magic on it. But if you're going to wizard people, you want to do it before you move anybody. Otherwise, it ends your turn. So go ahead and select your wizard.
I have 2 options.
There's lightning bolt and fireball. Fireball is the less reliable one, but hits in a small AoE. And then lightning bolt strikes a single player, but works well. So we're gonna take the lightning bolt and have it hit that ball carrier and see if it works.
Wow, that player got fried to the spot.
And it does, which most of the time it will. Let's have your blitzer probably go for the pickup. I'd move him closer and then try and throw to your runner. You want to move diagonally, but sure. Sure. It's a coin flip into a good thing. The coin flip works.
Oh, that's how you
Cool. Now you run away. Now have your guys that are in touching, like that one guy that's standing, have him dodge away. You can continuously keep moving him. That's fine. My dwarfs cannot reach. So.
On the edge of the field there, within grasping range of the fans. And they're looking hungry.
Alright, that guy fails to dodge. That's fine.
Is this the part where my ball carrier gets zapped?
Should it be? Yes. There's only one issue. So even if I zap this guy, right? You still gotta run it to pick up. Oh, well the zap didn't even work. It's on the 2+, so it failed. Every so often they fail.
Alright.
So now all you want to do is you want to move to the edge of the end zone and not actually score. Now, feels away. So let's go ahead and dodge your witch elf away. Oh yeah, that guy's allowed to freely move. Move freely.
I train week after week for doing this move, Jim.
And then just move her far away, like over near my end zone.
Close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Unity is strength.
Holy shit, you didn't roll a POW? Oh, wait, no, hold on, there's still a chance.
No, because you get to pick. Okay, so now you score.
With that touchdown under their belt, we can finally get this match started.
So what you're gonna want to do is put 3 linemen on the line, and then move everybody else as far back. So yeah, just kick everybody far back. So you don't give me a blitz, you only give me 3 blocks. And this is what happens whenever you score at the end of someone's drive. Or score, like, yeah, just scoring at the end of someone's drive. And you'll see everybody else do this as well, right?
Hey, I can sing. Did you know that, Joe?
God forbid, no. Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
No need to be
That was
like
interesting.
that. My life coach says I have a
I thought we were still in the other half. Alright, so this is like one of the roughest things to start off with, right? Because I basically get a free turn. Luckily, you're actually set up for this, because I can't touch anybody.
Down we go.
Then misclick that, but sure.
One foot in front of the other.
And then I reroll for it.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever I saw one.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
It is scary.
Okay. So let's take these line elves that are back there. Yeah, your line elves, and dodge them backwards. So you'll start with the middle one. Just have him dodge backwards. And now move him freely. Alright, so everybody else will dodge into the middle and then back.
Anybody catch the ball tonight?
Surrounded by adversaries like that, I hope he knows what he's doing.
So let's have that runner that's on his own go attempt to pick up the ball.
The team have possession.
And then he can move behind that line of other guys. So not attempt to pass. Like, you still have a lot of dwarfs to run through and everything. And you're also not in a hurry because you're up one. So you make them respond, right? You don't have to cage up, I think. Yeah. Because I have to dodge through all of this shit. If anything, you take that lineman that's over on the end near the field. Yeah. And then you put him one backwards.
That's a solid formation.
Alright. So.
I want to see the opposing team have a go at the ball now.
Okay. So that's that.
The players arrive to assist their teammate.
There's one on 32. Alright, so you've got a stab here. You want the guy who has 8 armor, so the... Because it's a higher chance it does. This gives you a good block on this blitzer and stuff. I guess we can leave him for now. Who else do we have? So you kick him over. So push him diagonally towards the middle of the field. Like, alright, so here we go. So you're gonna take that runner and move him over beside. Where do we want him? Not there. Alright, so you've got that lineman over on the edge of the other end of the field, right? We're gonna take him and we're gonna blitz with him. Oh shit, he doesn't even get the assist, so we'll move the assassin forward to give him an assist. You can do it that way. Just not have him dodge and then go all the way around. Right there.
More the merrier.
Now let's have the lineman go diagonal and then blitz him.
Unity is strength.
Yeah, he gets kicked over. Alright, so we take the runner with the ball. And we're gonna go hand the ball off to the witch elf. So yeah, you get as close as you can and you take the handoff.
It's
2/3 chance that this works.
It's like
That
pass the
works.
parcel
Cool.
down there.
Let's take this lineman that's on the touching that dwarf, and we're going to block him. Alright, he gets kicked over. Easy. Move him backwards, not diagonally or to the side. Alright, fine.
One less obstacle for the mob.
We don't follow. Now let's have that witch elf move forward, because she's going to run away with the ball now. Got that lineman in the back. He's gonna move over by the troll slayer. That's good. And now that guy can block either one of those.
The attacker has an assist.
Push him away. And then don't follow. There you go. And you've got this runner. He can move backwards, can move around, depends on how you want to protect him. We don't want him to specifically move forward. Nobody can touch that witch elf. So let's move him backwards, actually. Yeah, back there. So most people are going to see this happening, right? And we've got one runner that can block. He doesn't have any skills, and he has to dodge. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna start fucking punching you. So we're gonna take the witch elf first, and we're gonna run her out and make her stall. So that guy can do it, but he has to dodge, and then he has to get lucky on a one die, and not just push.
You know, I may
is
actually
so
say
fucking
something
hard.
witty and insightful soon. I'm just waiting for the players and the coach to do something. Anything! Please, just be interesting.
Safety in numbers.
That's not what I wanted. Okay.
They're dead. And as someone who knows, it isn't always that bad.
So yeah, they're just gonna start punching you like this. So you have the witch elf just run down. And she's just gonna stand down there until somebody comes and threatens her, right? And you want to take everybody else and run them the fuck away. So it's either running forwards or running backwards. Those are your two options. You can split them and make the opponent run both ways. So move him as his maximum allotment. We'll take the runner next and run him. Oh, that's not the runner I was talking about. That runner can move back. Because it does. You're gonna die some dodge, like that just happens.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight. That's a strike made with technique and precision. Sheer muscle.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
One died, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, your whole goal is to give them the minimum amount of blocks.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time. The player's on the ground.
5 gold pieces says he gets kicked in the face.
Damn.
Just a KO. Didn't get sent off, so we're fine. Alright, so your objective is to get everybody away and not give me any blocks. Or at least as few blocks as possible every turn. So let's start with that lineman that's free. He'll run down the field. Okay, you want him off the sideline, but that's a good spot. If you want to make your assassin stab that guy, you can. You can even. Oh no. You can't do it on the blitz. That's rough. So you can just make him stab. It's only on a 6. Alright. Stab failed. You can blitz that guy down with the lineman if you want. Just pray that works. Because then that lineman can run away afterwards. So.
He'll get an assist now.
Alright, so you push. Push him towards your end of the field, and then don't follow up and run away. You move one more square. Alright, so now you start picking up these guys and having them dodge away and run.
I've seen some pratfalls, but that one is up there with the best.
1 block and 1 fight.
Moved right next to a teammate.
keeps on going, going, and going. What's that player doing?
And here comes the other team.
Alright, go ahead and run them all down the field.
He's sprinting. Let's hope it's going to be okay.
Turn around, it's like I was standing there. I can get that.
Haha, here's some friends. Is the assist gonna be enough to come out on top?
I don't know, I didn't just take the block there, but I want more.
Stomping on the player's nerves.
Ref's not looking, so yeah.
Yep, just gonna keep this guy stunned forever. I guess if you want, you can start passing and farming points at this point. So you kind of risk that second touchdown by doing that. I guess if you had your reroll, you'd want it. You wouldn't dodge him the other way, but yeah. You wouldn't dodge him out of that corner and try and get him away. Not that way. Towards me. Other way. That corner. You can do that. It puts you closer to all the blocks, right? Like that one's a coin flip into a 2+. Now he can move one further. Just gonna keep this guy stunned. Don't mind me. Or get sent off. One or two.
What's the point? They want to fight
Okay,
one
alright.
against
So
11.
he's free. And sent off. Cool.
Oh dear, one of the coaches ignored the referee's guild standard primaries. I think the ref is actually going to be there.
So at this point, I would not go for farming extra points. You just take the level on the witch that it would be. But everybody else just starts to dodge away. Fails. Okay.
Good talk. Good talk.
That's fine. Yes, assholes will just go for trying to cripple you down to your next one, right? And you've only had one guy die, everything, so... This is very risky. Yep, he falls down. But at this point, I've got nothing to lose. Except for Soul Slayer. Alright, we didn't die. So now you just score.
Wow!
You're kidding me. Just a few more practice games and we'll figure out what we're doing against this team. And all you're down is one line elf, which is not bad.
So, none of the knocked out players seem to have awoken in time for the next down. That must be one
Alright, so now you want to space your line elves and your witch elf out. That's about as far as you can get them. I guess you can sack the assassin. That's fine. Space those out. And then you put everybody else as far back as you can. So you just give me 3 blocks. Easy enough, right? See them jam everybody on the line, and then you take your kick. Some people will leave the dudes in the back, that way they can try and pass and get a last star player point out of the game. But it doesn't really matter whenever you're dwarves, you can't pass for shit. They just have to have one person grab the ball and never try and pick it up again.
Like halflings round a scepter.
This is going to be decisive. This is going to be decisive. They just got owned. That's what the cool kids are saying nowadays, isn't it?
One side got superior numbers.
Alright.
Always good for a laugh.
Best possible outcome. Besides, I guess this time is fine.
The ball is in the dwarf's rather big and ungainly hands.
Yeah, you take the ball. So the game's over.
Thanks, Dad.
Incredible match. I thought my heart would almost beat on more than one occasion.
So nothing bad. Besides one guy dying. I also fouled you like 20 times, so. God, dwarves suck at picking up the balls.
That whole thing was silly.
A little bit. Alright, now I guess I have to play my game with Jinx.
I'd also like to take this opportunity to compare my dice to yours.
What about them?
I got 1 POW and
Yep.
6 pushes.
Yep.
You got 17 POWs and 15 pushes.
The new Cabal HD.
That happens.